guys, it's Harry with Finca Terrerito. I'm one of the co-owners, and joining me behind the camera is Ale, my sister-in-law and the director of social media here at Finca T.
Hey guys!
We're here at our Finca Terrerito warehouse in Atlanta, Georgia, fully climate controlled. As you can see, we have our cupping set up with our kawas. We have our cupping table right here. And today we're doing our third episode of Spill the Beans. Wanted to show you guys a little bit of coffee processing, what we do with the coffee cherry once it's off the tree, and how that can change the flavors. If you're a roaster or you know a roaster, feel free to share this video with them, or just simply reach out to us, DM us for any coffee samples. So let's get into it.
Our first question is, what are the coffee processes exactly?
So good question. What that actually is what we can do with the coffee once it's picked off the tree. There's three main types. There's the natural, where we just pick it off the tree and let it dry in its cherry skin. There's another one called the honey process, where we can actually just take off the skin and leave the mucilage or the nectar. And then the most common process is the wash process, where we're taking everything off and we're left with this almost peanut looking shell. And inside there is the green coffee that roasters will receive.
What do the different coffee processes do to the flavor?
So with those, I invite all of you, if you guys are roasters, to try and get some samples of all of them. At Finca Terrerito, we do all three processes: natural, wash, and honey. The one I'll start touching on is the natural. With this, as you can see, we have the cherry that is being dried onto the green coffee. That imparts a lot of very fruit-forward, almost winey flavor notes to this one. Really goes well as if you just did a single shot of espresso or any pour over methods that you would do at your shop. Even goes really well as cold brew. It's summer, and right now we're about to go into summer. That one's really popular. The honey process, the second one, where we take off just the skin, leaving that sweet nectar, that mucilage. It really imparts a lot of just kind of, so still those ripe fruit notes, but leaving a lot of those chocolate notes that you would get with, say, a washed coffee. This one is excellent as espresso as well as pour over. And then the final one, and this is the most common, if you're looking for a nice blender for component roasts, or even as a single origin offering, a washed coffee is excellent. It has really nice chocolate, cacao notes to it, and this one's very consistent. So if you build a espresso blend off of this, year after year, we can always hit this at Finca Tea, so you're gonna get the same taste profile that you usually expect. So it goes from fruity down the line to a little more of the chocolate notes to it. So we're just gonna take a quick sidetrack and show you guys some photos, and I'll be talking in the background and show you what exactly it looks like at Finca Tea, from our raised beds to our processing lines and how we get the different coffees. So right here, you're seeing our naturals on the raised beds at Finca Terrerito. We use the raised beds for our micro lots as well as specialty processes to get better air circulation for better drying. As you can see as well, this is a honey process drying here. One thing I want to point out is that at Finca Terrerito, we have multiple levels of the raised beds, and that is actually to constantly move the coffees around depending on their moisture level. We'll put them on different parts of the raised beds in our sol and dryer unit to dry it more effectively. Outside is our patio, as you can see, and this is the outside view of the raised beds. And then another look inside with a wash micro lot drying on the top level. As you can see there, those raised beds have a little bit of kind of a mesh, and that provides air circulation both along the top of the beans as well as the bottom.
Harry, what process is your favorite?
So for me, I flip-flop depending on the season. I would say right now especially, I really like the naturals. I know what goes into it. It is a really tough and strenuous process. You really have to pick the ripest cherries and then leave them out. This takes the longest to dry because you're drying out the skin, the mucilage, and the seed or the green bean. So it takes a lot of time and a lot of meticulous care from the farmer. So this one I really like because I know how much hard work goes into it. But I really like those fruit forward notes. I would do this on a light roast to keep a lot of those fruity, winey, fermented characteristics. And this one comes out just excellent, very juicy. And one that I would recommend all you guys give me a try.
So is there a process that is more generally favored over others, or is it just preference and taste?
I would definitely say it's preference and taste, but there are some, depending on where you are in the US or in the world, that seem to be more favored than others. I would say for you roasters out there, try them all, see what your customer base really likes. I would say the washed is really good as a component or blender, and then it can also be used as a really good staple. It's one that a lot of folks like, kind of those nutty, more chocolatey notes to it, so just all day breakfast coffee, this one is excellent. And then the honey and the naturals could be one of those more special pour over editions, just because it is a little more ones that you might do more as a light roast, or as a espresso, if you're doing like single shots of espresso or double espresso. Those ones come out excellent, but it really is just taste and preference of your customers or your own taste buds. Awesome, guys. Well, that pretty much covers it for the coffee processes. If there's anything I missed or you want me to touch on a little more, throw some comments in the section below and we'll answer those in your next video. But overall, thank you guys so much for joining. As I said at the beginning of the video, we're here in our Atlanta warehouse. If you're a US-based roaster or you know of one that want to start a direct trade relationship with Finca Terrerito, drop us a comment, drop us a DM. We'd love to send you out some samples of a natural honey or wash, get your thoughts on it, and see if we want to work together. Thanks.